Okay, I'm back using the Paint a Flower Dogwood from Altenew. So, whoops, upside down, let's do. So it's that. And I've got my stamp wheel all set up, and I'm just using heavyweight cardstock for my background. I am going to be doing some watercoloring, but it's not on watercolor paper. So I'm just going to stamp this with a pigment ink. Of course, using my stamp wheel. And I am using Altenew's Obsidian. It's my favorite black. It does give a nice deep black impression, depending on how much I edited out. You might have heard me talking about I'm very fast, I talk fast, I move fast, and I'm working on slowing down so I'll have less mistakes, less accidents. Okay, that's twice I've used, three times I've used the air quotes. Okay, that's a pretty good impression, but I see it could be better, so I'm going to stamp it again. And I'm using a technique that is not new, and it wasn't invented by her, but I just recently saw, now I'm not sure who it was. I was going to say Teresa, but it might have been Aram, because now I don't remember. I recently watched a video by Teresa, but I also watched one by Aram. Anyway, it's using this method that I'm going to show you for watercoloring. All right, I like that impression. I'm going to clean this off. So I'm going to take, let's get this off of here. I'm going to take a little bit of Forest Glade. Come on out of there. That's probably way more than I need. And a little bit of the Frosty Pink. And again, that's probably way more than I need. And I'm going to add some water. Well, this turned out to be quite a disaster. But I learned, and at the end you'll see the cards that I made with it. But I did add way too much water to the ink. And what I should have done is taking not the reinkers, but the ink pads themselves, and smoosh the ink pad onto the my craft mat, and then use the plastic with the ink that was from the ink pads, because this just. But I'm going to go ahead and publish this. You can watch me struggle and try to make the best of it. As I said, I added way too much water, and it's going to be too wet. I mean, it's just dripping there. And that got way too much water on the cardstock, and it kind of soaked through. But I did salvage it in the end. So I am going to go ahead and let this play through. I may speed it up in some spots and let you watch this mess I made and see what I did to correct it and how the cards came out, because I did two different cards with this faulty method. But and I did look it up. It was Therese that I got the idea from, but I've seen it many different places. If you do a search on YouTube for ink smooshing, you'll get some ideas, but I will put a link in the description to Therese's video that I got this idea from. I should have gone back and watched the video before I tried to do this myself. Anyway, laugh along with me as I see this as a big disaster, and stay true to the end to see how it turned out. Let's wipe this off. I'm going to try doing it with the green not diluted. And maybe if I'd only put 1 drop of water instead of a whole pool. Okay, let's take this. And it's all mixed up again. Didn't like that. Okay. Get this off of here. It's definitely brighter. And it's friendlier on the paper because it's not so wet. I am going to cut off the flap. I can still use the pocket. Now, I've got plenty of pockets, so I don't really need to be that resourceful. But then I can get these in a little tighter. Does it look like a hot mess? Kind of looks like a hot mess. Let me try it again without so much water. Well, it's certainly a new look. Whoops. What I could do is maybe get this back on the screen here. Do something special for the centers. Just want to get well, that's a whole lot quicker than my last card. And then all I need to do is put a sentiment on it, and I'm done. I'm going to make a raised sentiment, bring it up off the page. Once I've chose that, I'll see you on the other side. I did not video the rest of creating the cards. Sorry about that. But I looked at it and thought they do look like a hot mess. So I went back and looked at some other cards online that use this technique, and I thought, well, I need something else to help bring it together, to help it not look like a hot mess. So I found 2 pieces of pink paper that coordinated with the pink and the flower. And I've had this, I think this was a 6x6 paper pack. I've had this for decades, years. You know, I don't know when I got it or even who. Stampington, I guess it's from Stampington. And maybe it wasn't 6x6 paper. But anyway, this has notes on it. And now that I look at it, I think I put it on upside down. No, I didn't. Anyway, all I did with this is I trimmed down 1/4 inch on either side, put it on this pink background, and then put this is a raised sentiment. And I actually think it turned out pretty good at the end, even though it was kind of a hot mess as I was creating it. And this one, I think this is the first one I did. I just fussy cut around the flowers and found it's not the same paper, but it's the same color. This is a green that coordinated with the green in the leaves. This is a pink that coordinated with the pink. And as I was trying to figure out where on the page I wanted it to be, I noticed that Thinking of You from the print on the pattern paper fit in there pretty nicely. And so I just add Thinking of You down here. And they actually turned out pretty good, I think. It's not necessarily my style. I like this one better. But this, if you watched my last video, this was the card I made on the last video. This took a whole lot longer to make, to color that, or paint that, watercolor that. This was pretty easy. Bloop, 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 and there it is. With a little bit of other things going on, like this and this, those made nice cards. So I'm glad you stuck around to the end. If you found some value in this, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.